Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. At that time, the disciples came to Jesus saying, "Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" And calling to him a child, he put him in the midst of them and said, "Truly I say to you, unless you turn and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Whoever humbles himself like this child, he is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Whoever receives one such child in my name receives me. See that you do not despise one of these little ones, for I tell you that in heaven their angels always behold the face of my Father who is in heaven." The Gospel of the Lord. Take care that you do not despise one of these little ones, for I tell you their angels continually see the face of my Father in heaven. What a stark condemnation to anyone who would abuse a child. Brothers and sisters, this passage from Matthew is the spoken word of Jesus on which the church has relied upon throughout the centuries to affirm that each and every one of us have been assigned a guardian angel. Today we celebrate the feast, the memorial, the great celebration of the holy guardian angels. Angels are spiritual realities that we cannot perceive with our senses unless they make themselves known. And from the early church, Christians have confessed that the dignity of the soul, the very dignity of the soul and the love of God for it, simply demands that God would have sent an angel to protect it. Think of angels as our divine spiritual bodyguards. For each of us are caught between two worlds. We are material beings made out of this crude matter, and we are luminous beings, spiritual beings. But St. Paul tells us in his writings, it is not the material that we struggle with. It is not the powers of this world with which we contend, but the powers of the spiritual world. It is the spiritual realities with which we struggle and contend. In this struggle, which so often plays itself out in the material sphere, we have angels and we have fallen angels. Now, you all remember that cartoon I grew up with, I'm sure you grew up with the angel and the devil sitting on either side of your shoulder. It crops up in various forms across various series and various ways where the angel is saying, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do that bad thing. Don't think it. Don't say it. And the little devil is saying, come on. It's not so bad. In a very simplified way, that gives an example of the role of a guardian angel, an angel, and a fallen angel in terms of the battle for our souls, in terms of the spiritual battle raging around us, playing itself out in the material world. Our angels, our guardian angels, motivate us, drive us, compel us to make the right decisions in our lives, the right moral decisions in our lives, the right practical decisions for our lives that lead us on to the kingdom of heaven, that drive us toward God and all that is good. The fallen angels do their job. They seek the opposite, to drive us away from God, to convince us that our decisions in the material world have no impact in the spiritual realm, that the battle isn't real. Do we listen to our guardian angels, brothers and sisters? If we examine the choices that we have made throughout our lives, and we imagine ourselves to be that person with the angel and the devil sitting on our shoulders, one saying, "Don't do it," the other one saying, "Come on." To whom have we listened more throughout our lives? Sitting in a pew at Mass is no guarantee that you have listened to the angel more. The fall of many who were thought to be good priests, good and holy priests, gives us certain assurance of that. It is up to each and every one of us to examine the course of our lives and to determine for ourselves which side we have taken most heed of. Have we listened to our guardian angel? Have we been impelled towards the kingdom? Have we been driven towards God? Have we engaged in the spiritual battle for our souls, playing itself out here, and found ourselves on the right side? Or have we not? Are there things that we have done that we are not proud of, thought or said about others and ourselves? Are we hiding something? God, in His mercy and goodness, has given us these angels, guardian angels, to protect and defend us, to guide us and guard us. And God, in His mercy and His goodness, gives each and every one of us a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth, a 77th chance to return to the right path. So if we find ourselves lacking and wanting, having taken the wrong turn and listened to the wrong shoulder, let us return to the Lord through the sacrament of confession, give praise, thanks, and glory for having such a merciful God, and try better, try harder to always listen to that voice on the right shoulder, the correct shoulder, the voice of our guardian angel, always pushing us to do the right thing. Amen.